The curiosity that drove me to pursue physics is the same curiosity that drives me to pursue philosophy. It's a desire to understand things. Philosophy also helps you to answer questions about morals, and that's something that matters to everybody in any career that you pursue. No matter what you choose to do with your life, you're doing it in the presence of other people, and you have consequences on those people. And without an understanding of at least your own morals and ethics, it's very hard to make choices that you won't regret later on. Hi, I'm Duncan McDonald. I'm a second-year student here at UC Merced. I'm majoring in physics, and I intend to minor in both philosophy and mathematics. I think that those three subjects have some of the strongest interplay of any set of three subjects that you can choose. I talked about how philosophy strengthens the other two, but the other two also strengthen philosophy. I participate in a lot of the problem of the months that the math department does here. Having that background for the 6 or something problems before I took that formal logic class made it so much easier to understand what I was doing when I'm trying to prove something. It's so much easier once I had that basis from math. I took Intro to Formal Logic, one of my favorite classes that I've ever taken. It was about how do you structure arguments. It was almost the basis for a lot of mathematics, and that's very in line with my reasons for pursuing physics at all. It's a desire to understand the most base level parts of our world, and I think philosophy plays an integral role in that, both for constructing the sciences that we use to understand the world and the morals that we use to guide what we do with the results of those sciences and with our lives in general. More than any of my other classes, it has involved discussion with other students. In some of my classes, we've had assignments which are go meet with a student outside of class, choose a topic, both sides argue for a perspective, and try to do it as formally as possible. I love math, I love physics. Getting to talk with other people is almost always going to be more fun. I'm taking a class from the political science department that I got approved to count towards the philosophy minor because there's such strong overlap. It's a game theory class. So not only do I get to interact with professors who are always very helpful and provide excellent insight through their classes, but they're also willing to let me take classes from other departments that have strong overlap so that I can see how philosophy interacts with those fields. It's just been a great time all around when I've been taking classes from the philosophy department, or at least associated with the philosophy department. The thing I think is worth emphasizing to a STEM student is if you're coming at this from a desire to understand the way the world works, there are questions that are equally, if not more important than how things work mechanically, and those questions are found in philosophy. Moral philosophy is something that is hugely important. It influences all of your decisions in your life, literally all of them. It's so much easier to understand what you should be doing when you've actually read from people who have spent their lives thinking about this, when you've taken classes from people who specialize in understanding this type of question. Anything you can do to involve yourself more strongly with philosophy will help you to become cognizant of these things, to be aware of the consequences of your choices so that you can make better choices that you won't regret in the future. Would I recommend the philosophy program at UC Merced? Most certainly. Would I recommend the physics program? Also, most certainly. Same with mathematics, and frankly, same with all of UC Merced. It's a fantastic place to be.